Hey guys, today I have a matching Whirlpool HE washer and electric dryer. Right now I've got it hooked up, running a pretty good sized towel load. Got a bunch of towels in there and filled up just about as full as you'd want to fill it. It's kicking in the water right now. I've got it set to the deep water wash option, using as much water as possible. Wash temp set to cool, but you could do hot, you could do cold, and then your soil level, a lot of people don't know what this actually does. This designates how long it's going to agitate. So if you wanted a super fast load, as far as it to go through the wash cycle very quickly, you'd go extra light. So yeah, this designates how long it's actually going to sit there and agitate on those clothes. It doesn't have anything to do with water usage. This is going to determine how much water it uses, and also this one here. Doing the rinse with softener means it's going to get a full basket of water for that rinse cycle. Otherwise it does a spray rinse as it rotates, kind of a newer method of rinsing the clothes. And then you've also got pre-soak, and I've got that switched to off, but it's filling up with water right now. I'll come back and show you full submersion on the clothes. You can see it's already starting to get nice and full. And what it'll do is it will stop, pause, agitate for a minute, then stop, add more water, and kind of goes along until it determines that it's got enough water in there, at which point then it'll switch over to the wash. So I'll show you. Once it's all the way full, we'll come back and then we'll move along through the rest of the cycle. Alright, so just switched over into the wash portion, and it could add a little bit more water as we go along. It's not uncommon for it to do so. However, we're just about full submersion. Now how this works is it kind of moves through its different pulsing. It does a long pulse and a short pulse. Is what it's doing is vortexing those clothes. You can see them coming up here in the middle, and then they go back down around the side, and then they just do this repetitive pattern of agitating on themselves and the bottom plate, and that's how they get clean. It's very similar to a front load washer, how there's no agitator in that, and the clothes, the only cleaning action that happens there is the clothes agitate on themselves as they fall down on themselves. And normally this would be pretty soapy. I don't use a lot of soap, or just a tiny little bit more for sanitation. I run these loads over and over and over again. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Those clothes are going to get nice and clean and saturated with soapy water. And typically this would be locked. You wouldn't be able to open it up, but I've got my little lid lock placed right there. So it's one of these. It's just an extra one. But next I'll show you that it drains out like it's supposed to, and then we'll be on to the final spin after that. Alright, we're moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle. You hear it running that drain nice and fast. Now what it's going to do is spin to extract the soapy water, and then once it's done, got all that used up water out, it'll fill back up and agitate with fresh water for the rinse cycle. Then it'll once again drain all the water out and do the final spin, which is what we will come back for next. Alright, on to the final spin. It's coming up to full speed. Now the more it spins, the more it's going to extract water. Lighter the load gets, the faster it spins, and it just kind of does this. And sometimes it'll spin even 2 or 3 times until it reaches a certain RPM, telling it that it's spun enough, the clothes are light enough, and that it can be done. But even at that speed, see, it's slowing down. So it'll probably go another round. But as you can see, spinning super fast. Nice, smooth operation. It sounds great. So I'll go ahead and let this finish up. It'll move through, and it might spin again, being such a heavy towel load. But either way, once it's done, we'll move the clothes over to the dryer and show you that the dryer is working perfectly. Alright, we've got those clothes pulled out of the washer. It's nice and clean, cleared out. You can see, nice large capacity on that one. Over here to the matching electric dryer. We've got it set time dry with a high heat setting. Cycle signal, you can turn that on or off. So that's great that you can turn that off. You have kids sleeping during the day, or pets. I always leave mine off. And then, like I said, time dry. You also have an air fluff, which is a no heat setting. And then over here, you've got an automatic dry, which you can set your heat at. Here you have the lint trap. Want to make sure that gets cleaned up before each and every load. And you can kind of hear it now. When you get it home, plug it in, and put your vent hose on the back, it's going to muffle that blower motor sound. It'll be virtually silent. You'll just hear the clothes kind of tumbling around a little bit. But I'm going to show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. So right in between those two red dots, we're taking a surface temperature measurement. So it's 72 degrees on top of the dryer. If I shine it on the concrete floor, it's about 69 degrees on the concrete floor. So let's open this up. You can see everything's tumbling. We're going to shoot it right inside the heating element tubes, the hottest part of the dryer. Right there, you can see super hot coming out of that heating element tube right there. And then the inside of your dryer is going to get anywhere from 95 all the way up to 195. Just depends on what you have your heat setting at and how long it's been running. But your air comes out here super hot, tumbles with the clothes and goes out right there, which is where the lint trap catches it. Goes down and then out the back of your dryer. So super important you clean out that lint trap so this thing has nice good airflow. But that's going to do it for this set here. I'll go ahead and get them listed up for sale. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, and you guys have a great day.